Happy Sunday. I have to go to work today, but I'm super excited because it finally came. This is the new Kaleidos palette. The one, and I'm gonna murder her name. Angelica, and I'm not even gonna try the last name, but it's the new collab with Angelica. So it came with this card. I did get the box and the palette, but I didn't get like the PR kit because I didn't really need a deck of cards. Let's just be real honest. But this is an incredible box. And my plan is I need a box to store like my lashes and stuff. And so that's the main reason why I got the box too. I mean, for one, it's absolutely stunning. If you don't have anything Kaleidos, their packaging is A+++++. But here's the palette. This is the unicarton. I just sneezed like 15 times in a row, and so now my nose is running. Yay! So if you hear me, that's what's happening. So the unicarton, I mean, even the inside of the unicarton is decorated. But here's the palette. And I absolutely love Kaleidos palettes. Their packaging is always so pretty. Hey, Cindy. This thing is heavy. Like, I cannot get over how heavy this is. The plastic covering is like super, super thick to protect the shadows during shipping. And then here she is. This is beautiful. I'm going to swatch the shimmers for you guys. And then the look I want to do, shockingly enough, is all mattes. So that's why I'm going to swatch the shimmers for you. You guys know if you've... this is Mentally Unstable Makeup. I am your host, Unstable Tony. And if you've been with me for a while, you know that I absolutely love Kaleidos. I always have. I adore Angelica. So this collab was super awesome, in my opinion. Hey, I'm going to do a Get Ready With Me Too later. Awesome, Gina. Okay, so, here's just 4 of them. So this is Celestial, which Celestial is more of like a topper. This one is Astro. And you guys know I suck at swatches. This is You're My Only Hope. And this is Firefly. So these seem to be more like toppery type shades, but I promise you on a wet base or on glitter glue, they intensify greatly. So don't and that's why like swatches, I'm not huge on swatches just because they are not always a true depiction of what the color is going to be. Okay, so there's 2 more in here. There's Nova and Nebula. And I'm super excited. So this is Nova and this is Nebula, which is like a peachy. Ooh, okay. So Nova has a purple bluish shift to it. And, oh, wrong finger. And Nebula is this like corally, peachy. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. It feels to be the same exact formula as their other ones, so I am here for it. Which I figured it would be just because Angelica's very particular, and so I figured she would be very particular. Oh, my nose is running so bad. You know what that means when my nose runs. That means my eye's probably going to run. What can you do? All right, so I'm going to try to slap as many of these damn shades as I can, just because I'm super excited for this palette. I seem to be the last person to ever get any of the new crap, so you can YouTube search, and there is a million videos out there using this palette for different looks if you're looking for inspiration, if you bought this one or not. But I don't want to do, I'm trying to not do the same looks as what those people did, but at the same time, I want to try as many of these colors as I possibly can. So I just have a big fluffy blending brush, and this is a BH Cosmetics. Y'all know I don't spend high dollar money on brushes. BH Cosmetics, ELF, I mean, they all have great, because they saved the best for last, Gina, you're sweet. So I went into Gravity, which is that chartreusey green color, and I'm going to put that on the inner portion of my lid. Now, I did see from watching other people's reviews, you do kind of want to build these up, which is pretty true to a Kaleidos matte shadow. Don't get me wrong, they're pigmented, but usually they make them to where you can do a very soft, subtle, but then if you dip back in, you can really intensify that shade. And again, the stickier your base, I just use concealer as eye primer. And I've kind of had this on for a hot minute, but the stickier your primer, the better the pigment will hug onto it too. But I mean, look, she pigmented. And that's a beautiful, beautiful color. And for the sake of saving my brushes, I'm just going to kind of really dust this off. I have a color changer, but she dirty. I need to clean my stuff. I'm going to go into 7 and 9, which is the color, the lighter blue right there, using the same brush. Is there fallout? Yes. Is there fallout? Or like, it's dusty in the pan when you dip into it, but all of Kaleidos are like that. I don't really mind that. Some of my favorite brands do that, but I mean, look at that blend. If you just be sure to tap off any of that excess, I mean, even my Jeffree Stars do that, so that does not bother me at all. Just be sure to tap your brush off. So those two went together beautifully. Typically, I use a brand new brush for each color just because in case I need to dip back into a shade, I don't have to like try to brush off my brush again and all of that, but I kind of need to hurry because I do have to work today. Yeah, every shadow has some. I agree. Now, there are a few like the ColourPop's Super Shocks or whatever. They're not dusty at all because they're a cream based, but they're also kind of a little bit harder to blend, but they're beautiful. Like the Super Shocks are some of my favorites. Oh, happy Love Day, Candace. Hey, Misty. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. Okay, so now I'm going to go into Queen of Blades, which is this darker blue. And I'm still working. Oh, I dipped into the wrong one. God damn it. I got too excited. I was running my mouth. Unless it's a kid's plastic playset, then yeah, Gina. I got super excited and dipped into the wrong shade. Don't judge me. I did grab a new brush, but it's just, it's the exact same brush as the one I was using. It's a BH Cosmetic brush, which I think I saw a post where they were having like a Mac Daddy sale, like 65% off. If you can grab one of their brush sets during one of their sales, they are an incredible deal. I have several brush sets from BH and I love them all. So if you're looking for good cheap brushes, grab you some BH Cosmetics, and especially right now, while they're having a sale, is the best time to pick them up. Okay, so now that I'm going to concentrate more like into my actual crease and this outer corner, I'm going to go down in the size of my brush. So those were big fluffy brushes. But now that I'm going to go into my crease and I want to concentrate that pigment a little bit more precise, I'm still going to use a fluffy brush, but it's smaller in diameter. Can y'all see that? I know it's hard to tell, but it's smaller in diameter. And that just helps me control where I put the pigment. So I am going to go into, I think I'm going to go into, it's called Rock Hopper. It's kind of this cool tone purple, because I want to either put this one or this one all over my lid. I haven't decided which dark one I want yet. But I know I'm going to go into this one and do that into my outer corner and into my crease. So I'm going to start by pressing the pigment in the outer corner, just because that's where I want to concentrate a majority of the pigment. And then when I get that saturated to the point that I want, then I will pull any excess that's left on my brush and I will pull that into my actual crease. And that just helps me end up not putting so much pigment into my crease. And then I have to sit here and blend, 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 to get it not have like a really super stark line. Which is another reason why I'm using a much smaller brush, so that I can really concentrate that pigment where I want it. And once I get that as pigmented as I want it, then I make sure I don't like tap off any kind of excess that's on there. And then I just take it and do like circular motions and windshield wiper back and forth, just to blend up above my crease a little bit, because I have hooded eyes. And if I don't, when I open, you won't be able to see that color at all. And the way I gauge how far I go up is I will actually back up and open my eye so that I can still kind of see it. Love this. The colors in this are beautiful. They really are. When she announced her collab, I was like, oh my gosh. Because I enjoy watching her. I feel like, and I mean, she might just be a really good liar, I don't know, but I feel like she's very transparent about her opinions. I feel like even if it's PR or like a sponsored video, I feel like she still tells her true opinion. And that is what I aspire to be. Like, I mean, your girl will probably never make a PR list. Let's just be real honest. I mean, my videos get barely any views, and that's okay, because like I said, this is meant to be a therapeutic thing for me. If I get on a PR list and get free shit, great, but you know, I mainly just do this for makeup therapy for me. But if I ever ended up being able to, I did have a little bit of fallout, but it came right off. If I do ever get to the point where I can actually, you know, make money at this or whatever, please understand, you cannot buy me. My opinion is my opinion, and I'm sorry, I'm not gonna get paid to be like, hey, this is, you know, really good, if it's not. Like, my moral compass is straight, and my face will not allow me to tell a lie. So, all right, so now, because I'm going to my lid, I've got even a smaller brush. And I'm going to go into the darkest shade. And do I want the blue, or do I'm going to do this purple just because I have so much blue and green up here. I'm going to go into, it's called Cylon. It's that dark purple right there. This is like a blurple. It's like a blue, but it definitely has a purple hint to it. This is more of like a really burgundy, mauve-y type purple. And I'm just going to press that. Oh my God, that's gorgeous. I'm going to press that all into my lid. And I'm even going to bring it up just a little bit into my crease, just so that it creates that ombre. Man, that's a pretty color. And if you notice, I'm like tapping. I'm tapping it. I can put you on my PR list. You know, I'll be honest, I really haven't been seeing anything that really catches my eye. Like, I haven't seen anything other than this that I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta have that. So, I don't know. I don't know if it's just because I have so much makeup right now that I kind of have everything. But I just haven't seen anything that I'm like, ooh. So I'm going to go back with that small brush that I had that I did Queen of Blades. I'm not going to add any more shadow to it. I'm just going to use the residue, the Sugar Pill Lippies. The only thing about the Sugar Pill Lippies is they were glosses. I don't wear gloss. Who's tried the Jeffree Star gloss? Somebody in here got it, I know, because she posted pictures and I can't remember who it was. I'm curious about how they do with transfer. So if that was you, let me know. So now I'm going to go back with that blue one. And I'm just going to kind of add a little bit more blue because of where I was blending and some of it kind of came off. I'm going to dip just a tiny, I just barely touch stuff. I just barely touch stuff. I will send you random stuff. I'll try it. I'm all about trying stuff. But because I'm not on a PR list, I do have to pay for everything myself. And so I have to really be choosy about what I get because your girl ain't rich. So that light blue that I had in the center, I just dipped right back in it. And I'm just going to add a little bit of it back. Just because I don't want to lose those shades. And I'm going to have to wipe it off with my little color changer thing that I need to wash desperately. And I'm going to go back into Gravity, which was that chartreuse color. And I'm even not mad if some of the lighter blue that I have in there kind of mixes in there. It just helps with the ombre effect. So add and subtract, add and subtract, add and subtract. That's why I enter a million different giveaways. I know, Candace, but I don't ever win any of the giveaways. Like, you guys are awesome about tagging me in those things. I absolutely love it. I never win anything. I just don't. And that's okay. Okay, so, what? I'm going to use the Void, which is that blurple color. And I'm going to grab, it's going to be a fluffy blending brush, but it's tiny. Let me get, okay, so this is the small one that I used on my lid because, like I said, every time I go down in my eye, I go down in the size of the brush. So that was smaller, and then this one's even smaller. And the reason is because I want to concentrate this dark color really up close to my waterline. So I'm really coating my brush. I'm really tapping off. And then I'm going to just concentrate this on my waterline. Now, I am going to bring just a little bit up into that lid purple just so that those two colors flow together. That is a beautiful blue. It's like a navy, very navy. That is a beautiful blue. I'm always late to the party. Hey, Rebecca. I don't know that you're late. I'm kind of fast with my makeup, especially like today because I've got to go to work. So, welcome. Oh my gosh, that is a gorgeous color. So So when I do under eye eyeshadow, for one, it took me a hot minute to get used to having color down there. I had to do it a couple of times and let my brain get used to it. Another thing I had to get used to is I always felt like I was going down way too far. But once you get your mascara on, you're really not. So trust the process and wait until the very end before you start being like, oh my God, this looks like crap. You know, I can't tell. If y'all remember, I got hit in the eye by, I work at a dog groomer's, and there's like this arm where the loop hangs where we can harness the fur babies to keep them from falling off the table. Well, the arm swung and hit me right in the eye. So I can't tell if I have fallout right now or if I'm still just kind of bruised from that. So if you see me like doing this number, it's because I feel like it's blue right there, but it's probably just where I got hit in the eye. Okay, so now I'm going to take the Samousse. I don't know this word, but it's like a peachy corally matte. So many times where I was like, what the fuck during the process. And then by the end, bam, exactly, Candace. Trust the process. So I'm still going to use a fluffy brush again, but it's going to be a small one, kind of like what I used in my crease. Gina says you are bam. So I'm going to go with Samus. I don't know what that, I don't know. And I'm just going to take that underneath that Blurple shade. Just because, like I said, I'm trying to use as many colors as I can. I'm also kind of bringing it up to where that outer shade is, just to kind of pull and tie everything together. Now, if you notice, when I'm first laying that color down, I'm doing it below where that blue is, just because that blue is very pigmented and I'm not trying to get that blue all over my brush right now. I will once I get this color laid down, because this color is so light. I'm trying to not get it to mix with that blue just yet, just so I can lay that shade down. And then once I get it where I want it, then I will take it and blend it up into the bottom part of that blue just to help that blend. But when you do that, you get blue. I don't know if you can see it. You'll get the blue or the darker color, whatever color you're using, on your brush. And that's what kind of helps it get that blend. So I have damn near used every matte except for this like taupey shade and this like red shade. So here comes the fun part. I am going to use a shimmer on my inner corner. So I've got a little fluffy, I mean this thing is even tinier. Keep going down in size. I am going to spray it with my setting spray just because that will intensify that shimmer. I'll even take the wet brush and kind of tap for a second just to make sure that I get that setting spray actually on my skin so that the shimmer has something to grab a hold of. And now here's the hard part. Which one of these do I want to use? So there's the Nova, which is that white, but it's got like a blue-purple shift to it. And then there's like this lavender, You're My Only Hope. And I know those look kind of similar on camera, but this lavender one is more of a purple type shift, whereas this is more like a blue-green, but there's a little bit of purple in it. I think I'm going to use Nova, which is that white with the kind of blue purpley shift. So I pack my brush, I still tap it off, and then I'm just going to press. And then I will do like circles. Ooh. So I press, and then I rub. So I press, and then I do circles. I feel like the pressing helps to get the glitter sparkly part, and then the rubbing helps bring out the actual shade of whatever the shift is. Gorgeous. You're going to attempt to cut crease. Good morning, Caitlin. Good luck, Gina. I suck at a cut crease. Okay. All right. So, I have this purple liquid eyeliner. It is by Hard Candy. It is a beautiful, beautiful purple, and it is the like paintbrush style tip, and I'm gonna try to do a wing. Let me pray to the makeup gods real quick. And I hope this shows up. All right, I can't talk while I do this, so talk amongst yourselves. I tried the felt tip, like marker type eyeliners. Kind of blurry. And I wasn't able to do a wing with those. I have found that if I can get a paintbrushy type tip, then I have much more success with my horrible wing journey. Because your girl's still trying. Also, I do my wing before I do my mascara. I've just found it's easier for me. And I'm just doing a little baby wing. Nothing huge, dramatic, big. Just a little boop. Now to try to get them even. And hope that I don't turn into Amy Winehouse. This is so hard. How many times can we say tip? A lot. This one's bigger. And at this point, I'm gonna walk away because if I keep trying to fix them, she's just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's gonna end up being a hot mess. Thank you, Norma. Okay. So I have, this is actually This is an eyeliner. It's LA Girl Ultimate Intense Stay Auto Liner, which y'all know I love the lip liner in this. And this is the eyeliner. And it's in this like blurple, purpley blue metallic color. It's called Perpetual Purple. And that's what I'm going to use as my eyeliner. And I'm using this because it will tie in the blue on my bottom and the purple that's on my lid. Are these as good as the ColourPop ones? Nope. Are they good though? Yep. I have found if you kind of warm them up a little bit on the back of your hand, that's what I was doing. If you kind of warm it up a little bit, it will apply a little better. Oh no, I had you can't see it on camera, but I had shimmer on my finger and I just touched my face. Oops. So I'm just filling in that waterline. And this is usually when my eye starts watering really bad because I'm holding my eye open for freaking ever. I need to remember to blink in between. Okay. And then I will go back with that purple shade. I'm not going to dip anymore. Thank you, Rebecca. I'm not going to dip anymore. I'm just going to use whatever residue is on there and just make sure that I get all the way up to my waterline. This will also, any like chunky residue of that eyeliner that got left on my lashes, it will help blend that out. We're almost done, guys. And just because I feel like being a little extra. Oh! We're going to go into the Give Me Glow. And we're going to bust out the 90s lighter. You know, I haven't tried that with those. I need to. I'm going to go into that Electric Unicorn. And I'm going to tap, 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 tap. Guys, if you don't pick up anything else from Give Me Glow, get this shade. So I put it on with my finger, and it looks like, you know, kind of like, not but almost too much of a line. And then I take a like a contour brush or just a highlight brush, anything. And I'm just going to tap, 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 just to pick up any of the excess glitter. And then I'm going to swirl it. Just so that it blends into the skin. So tap, tap, tap to pick up any of the excess glitter. And then swirl it to blend it into the skin. Look at that! Okay, I'm going to take that same brush that I used for that inner corner highlight. I'm going to go into that same shade. And I'm just going to put a little bit up here at my brow bone. Now this shade is very, I'm going to say chunky. Like it, when you dip into it, it does kind of really froth off. But it looks incredible on, and you just got to be sure to tap your brush off and be sure to blow your shadow off, and it'll go everywhere. So I'm going to take that same brush that I used for like the chartreuse in the blue, and I'm just going to run over the bottom of that just to blend that highlighter into, and I can't even get it to show up. I promise you it's there. But I just do that so that it kind of blends a little bit and it doesn't end up looking like I have that line of highlighter right there. So now we need a lip. Almost done, almost done. I like Morphe brushes also, but that's me. Morphe is pretty good, but when you can get some for like $1 on e.l.f. and even cheaper if you get a set on sale at BH Cosmetics. So this is the Intense Stay Auto Lip Liner by LA Girl. My favorite lip liner. Keep it spicy. It's the, no matter what color I wear on my lips, this is what I wear. And I'm just following that line. This is going to help my liquid lip from bleeding out. It also will help keep it on. It also helps give me a line to follow for when I apply my liquid lip. Anybody getting dolled up for the first time in forever because of Valentine's Day? A lot of people like me celebrated yesterday instead of today. But that's because I have to go to work. All your Morphes, you've won. See, I do not have that luck, man. I don't ever win anything. It's so frustrating. You remember a while back when somebody posted about, hey, everybody tag Mentally Unstable Makeup in this Instagram post, so hopefully she'll win, blah, blah, blah. I didn't. Rebecca said negative. She's still in bed. So I think because this is so colorful, I'm going to do a nudie patootie lip. What do I want to wear? Hang on. Here we go. So this is the shade Gemini by Jeffree Star. I wear this shade a lot. Always, always, always shake your lippies, warm them up in your hand, mix them around, because if you're like me and you have 80,000 liquid lipsticks, then they sit for a while. So be sure to mix them back up. You'll have better result. So I'm kind of like even taking my wand and mixing. It smells so good. I have found with these and like hot ombre and melt, the thinner the layer that you do, the better it's going to last and not transfer off and dry down. Peter is at work. We went to dinner 2 weeks ago, so I will count that. Yeah, I agree. I was nervous about going out yesterday just because it was Saturday, the weekend of Valentine's. There were so many people out. Oh my gosh. Which is fine, but it messes with my anxiety a little bit. Like if it gets too crowded, I'm ready to go. I think that's because I'm an empath and I feed off of energy, and it just gets to be way too much energy for me. I don't know. All right, mascara. And all of my mascara is old and drying out. I just ordered replacements for all of these because they're getting to the point where they're chunky. If your mascara starts to like flake off and it didn't used to, that is because it's old. Most of these only last about 6 months. That's why I tell you guys, get the travel size. Get the travel size. You are not going to use up a travel size of mascara in the 6 months time frame that you have to use it up before it starts to go bad. You can tell with mascara too because it'll start to smell different. And if it's really old, it will really smell bad. Do not use those on your eyes. Another tip, I wash all of my mascara wands when I do my brushes. This is the Tarte's Light Camera Lashes. I really like this for my bottom lashes. It does really good to add volume and separate out. But for whatever strange, odd-ass reason, it does not do the same on my top ones, and I don't know why. I feel that I have stress hives now due to too much stress and people. Yeah, I've been very fortunate. I haven't broke out in hives in a really long time, but I have been grocery shopping before and be like at Walmart or something, and there just be so many people there, and just like cue the panic attack, you know. I didn't used to be that bad. Like when I was younger, I used to go to the club and I loved being in large groups like that. And now I don't know, I cannot handle it. I just tossed a bunch of mascara while cleaning and rearranging my vanity. Gina, pictures or it didn't happen. I would love to see y'all's vanity setups. And for when I post this on my YouTube channel, Mentally Unstable Makeup, go like, subscribe, share. For those of you who are watching this on YouTube, I have a Facebook group. It's also, I think it's under Unstable Makeup because it wouldn't let me do Mentally Unstable Makeup, but that's the group that I go live in, and that's why you will see me talking to people. That may be why none of my videos get any views. Maybe because they're all lives and it's not like a tutorial. I don't know. Technology hates me. So this is the Pretty Vulgar. I love this mascara. It is the Feathers 19, the Raven mascara. It's the one that looks like a bird cage. I need a new one of these so bad. Like she's kind of drying out. This has a very similar formula to Better Than Sex, but it's not as dry. So this is a drier mascara formula. It's not a wet mascara formula. So if you're into that, you should try this. This is really good mascara. So I know that I'm not wearing lashes today just because I do have to go to work. And sometimes with the pet dander and fur and stuff that is in that place, and with dealing with fur babies, I can get the fur in my eye. And so I try really hard not to wear lashes when I go to work. So what I will do, yeah, I've been having 2 to 3 a day with all the stuff going on. Oh, honey, I'm a makeup hoarder, but don't wear it like I used to. Rebecca, same. So I'm going to take this spoolie and I'm going to go back and forth, but I'm basically pressing back. Almost like, you know, the mascara crimper wand curler thing. Almost like that. I don't use a mascara curler because you really aren't supposed to use it after you've put mascara on. And I have ripped out a bunch of my lashes by using a mascara wand after I've put mascara on, or a mascara curler. So this is basically how I curl my lashes up after I've applied my mascara. And I'll admit, it doesn't work as good as a curler, but at least this way, I'm not going to rip out half my lashes. So I do have an update on my son. I got to Zoom meet him Friday in our family therapy session. He is doing well. We have not had a violent incident, which is the first time in 15 years that between the months of October until about May, well, it's more like March, April, that we have not had a violent incident. So that is super, super, super exciting. They are looking at moving him down to a lower level. So he's in a level 4 now. He would be going down to a level 3. So that's where we're trying to find appropriate placement. Of course, the facility is just trying to throw him at the first place that has an open bed. But I've already explained to them that that's not going to happen. Why is it so blurry? Blurry. There we go. And that, you know, he needs a male therapist. And so wherever he is going to end up, he's got to have a male therapist. So that'll be my next battle with that. But it is positive news. He still very much has a disconnect with reality. And I kind of was asking, you know, the therapist if he could help me navigate that kind of conversations with Con, and Con got really upset. And it was out of his frustration. He basically was saying that he was trying and that he was aware that his communication is not great. But then he backpedaled and was just like, it's everybody else. They're just too dumb to understand me, which is typical of what he does. So he's no different, which I didn't expect him to be any different, but just the simple fact of he's not been violent is a huge step forward. So trying to stay on to the positive. But that's my final look, guys. That's with the mattes in this palette. And then, of course, the one shimmer in the inner corner. I am super motivated to do more looks with this. I can come up with a ton of different looks I want to use. I definitely will be using the shimmers in my next look. So stay tuned for that. Even though everybody's already done all of the looks, but I love Kaleidos. And if you don't have anything Kaleidos, you need to order you something. Shipping's going to take forever, but it's worth it. I promise it's worth it. And if you get it, post and hashtag Tony Boyd made me do it because I want to see. But happy Sunday. Love yourselves. Love each other. Hey, Mary. I'm so glad I got to watch this look come together. It looks great. Oh, thank you so much. If anybody recreates this with the same colors, but, you know, in a different brand or whatever, tag me. I want to see it. I want to see your beautiful faces. Happy Valentine's Day. Love yourselves. Love each other. And I'll see you the next time that I have the opportunity to film again. Thank you, Caitlin.